Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Nameless Comics Podcast. So today we have joining with us Utsab Chatterjee, who, as if you guys don't know, has prominently worked on Technicolor Lovers, which is the maiden project from Blacksheep Comics, and it is a project that I have talked about already on my reviews, which has been so amazing, especially for its artwork. And it's not just recognized by me; he also won this year's award for the best comic book artist from the Indian Comic Books Award. So congratulations on that, and thank you so much for joining us today here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All of us are like huge fans of the work that you have done, and we've spoken about technical lovers in our respective podcasts. So
Yeah.
I want to start with one of first, of course, a big congratulations for winning the gold at the Indian Comic Book Award.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
well
so much.
deserved.
Yes. My first question is going to be like, what's your origin story? How did you get into comic books? How did your journey start as an artist?
From a Bengali middle class family, and middle class families have some values. They have values to study more, not to do art. But fortunately or unfortunately, my grandfather was an artist. He studied in Government College of Art and Craft, Kolkata, one of the most prestigious universities in India. JJ School of Arts in Mumbai and Government College of Art and Craft. They are the oldest, मतलब कि colonial art universities.
Hmm.
So I studied also science. I uh, had an entrance exam in joint, and for 6 months I have studied engineering. So after that, I have quitted and joined Government College of Art and Craft, my grandfather's university. And I did my bachelor's in painting from there. And after that, I did my master's in painting from Shantiniketan Kala. So after that, I was into new media art and multimedia art.
Hmm.
So I did theater set designs, sound art, installation art, and many more artworks unrelated to comics per se. So I was doing Inktober. In one of sessions, Bijoy had seen some of the drawings and messaged me, DM'd me in Insta that I have a story. So are you interested in doing something like that? So I told him that, man, I haven't done anything in comics before this. So I am a great fan of comics. I have studied them, I have nurtured them, but haven't done anything yet. So is it good? So he said that, yeah, I liked your art. So I think my story goes with it. So you can explore. So if this happens. If doesn't, then we can quit. Well, okay, let's have a try. So I started doing it. After doing the process, I was very much into it. I loved it. I loved the process. And Bijoy kind of helped me, nurtured me, guided me through the process, how to do it, how to design a panel and everything. Everything he helped so much. And he's a great collaborator. That's also a great thing. We had a fight, lots of fight, because I believe that for a good work, friction is needed. Without any friction, without any fight, no good work can come into scene. So in 2025, Technicolor Lovers has introduced to the public. But before that, 2.5 years it took from my life, from Bijoy's life, and from everyone's life. And
Okay.
for 2.5 years, I kind of prepared the scenario, the ambience for Technicolor Lovers. As this is a series one, book one, So it's a three-part series book. So yeah, that was intended. That time was intended. Yeah.
Was Technicolor Lover your first foray into comics, or you also had something else also which you were
No,
simultaneously doing at that time?
Yeah, I have various comics projects, but they are indie projects. They haven't
Okay,
been published. So Technicolor Lovers is my first published book, I can say.
okay,
yeah,
amazing.
when
Yeah.
I was
And
Yeah.
surprised when I came to know this does not look like a first timer's work.
Yeah.
In fact, right now you just said you talked a little about her history, and it somehow resonates a
Yeah.
little with mine as well. Uh, Back in
Yeah.
the day, even my first exposure to art in general was from my grandfather, but he did not get any art degree as such. He was a great artist on his own, like self-taught
Yeah.
artist, and he taught
Mm,
me the basics.
mm.
I was decently good at art. I have some few published comic books as well, but then again, my father is a doctor, and I was pretty good in my studies as well. And I also took science, and a doctor is the main profession, so art is not. But I'm glad you chose to be different. You had the guts to
Yeah.
quit engineering. That's a huge thing.
I had to.
Yeah, you definitely went ahead with your passion. So right now you are satisfied with that choice, right? Or do you regret it
Yeah.
somewhere?
No, 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 no. I really like it
Amazing.
because I believe comics is not about only superheroes. Comics is a tool. Comics is a medium to say your thinking process, your existential crisis in various mediums, in various formats. So
Mhm.
comics to me, it's kind of a escape route from reality
Mhm.
Right.
without disturbing the reality, without carving the reality. So with reality, I can create anything in comics beyond superhero. So I believe comics is a tool. So I have done two projects that hasn't been published yet. So it will, I don't know, but it has intense artworks with politics, society, and very uh, मतलब कि unreasoned factors of our society, Dalits, rape,
Interesting.
Adivasis, and everything.
Is it that Hershey project only?
No, no, no. It's a different one. I will
So even
self-publish it someday.
Okay.
okay, so how far down are you with the works?
One work has 50 pages, 50 pages of manual artwork. And another one is just I'm doing the process with the current newspaper reports. I am doing the artworks from there. Newspaper
Okay,
reports are the inspiration.
so it will be
Okay.
self-published, and who is doing the writing part?
There will be no dialogue.
Ah,
Oh.
silent comic.
Yeah,
Very
it will be
interesting.
only visuals, and there will be some kind of
Hmm.
notations, and it's kind of a engaging comics. It should be interactive comics.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
very
it's
interesting.
mostly
For
a very experimental project. It looks like.
yes, 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 yes.
Just before we started this our episode, I was telling him how I got hooked onto Technicolor Lovers and how I liked it, and what drew me to
Yeah,
it was the artwork because I had obviously no prior knowledge, and also because it is the maiden project of a new company. So there's no history, there is
yeah,
no anticipation, barring the cover art, which is what is going to ultimately sell a comic book, which was great in this case. I liked it a lot. I got the book, and I think one thing that's consistent in all of our three reviews is the fact that the different art styles in one book, when you're talking about different
Exactly.
yeah,
perspectives, which is something
yeah,
I felt wow, so cinematic. Because only when I've seen a lot of Malayalam cinema, which changes the whole storytelling perspective depending upon the character and the situation. And that is where my first thoughts went. So, how was that for you when you were having to conceptualize that? Okay, for this I'm going to use this particular art style, or it just evolved, or did you have it from beginning with the idea with Vijay that the idea is to have different art styles?
And
Mm,
also, you have nailed
yeah,
almost every art style. Like there was one with deep pencils, one was watercolor. Which one was the most challenging one for you?
not very challenging. Challenge was to depict what Vijay intended. That was the challenge. Medium is
Hmm.
not the challenge because I love those mediums. I love almost every medium, but I feel challenged while using acrylic markers. That was the most challenging medium that I faced right now.
Why was that challenging?
There is a difference while using acrylic markers or alcohol markers because they don't blend with each other. They
Okay.
kind of left a mark in between lines and in between shades. So I like kind of a blending mixture like Alex Ross.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I my first intention was not to copy Alex Ross, but to create an individual mark from myself as well. As a watercolorist, as a penciler, I thought that I should create a mark that everyone should understand what I intended to do and what was my practice of handling the medium. We discussed a lot, Bijoy and I. That's why 2.5 years took for that book. Because at the very first, I suggested Bijoy that we should do the book in black and white and red. So I haven't seen any Indian comics in that color mediums in
Hmm.
that time period. Maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't seen any kind of Indian comic book in that time. So Bijoy was tensed, and Ashbin also tensed that will it be good or something, a bad decision. So I promised them that I think I can do it. Have faith in me. I can do it, I think. So after various experiments, मतलब कि सोचिए लगभग after 6 months of hard practice and searching for a correct depiction of the story, I got my style of doing Technicolor Lovers.
Mm.
So I watch various films in various genres, and Vijay also have seen many films. So we somehow connected in that way.
Hmm.
So Vijay tells me that it should be low angle cinematic mid ground shot. So I can visualize.
Right.
I cannot draw at the first time, but I can visualize. From there, I draw, I do my thumbnails and
Mm.
share with Vijay, and we discuss about it. कि हाँ ये चलो ठीक लग रहा है कि नहीं ठीक लग रहा है.
When I read Technicolor Lovers for the first time, I had
Yeah,
two things going on in my mind. Well, it was basically one thought, but two aspects of that thought. One was the fact that how cinematic it felt, and cinematic
yeah,
in the fact I'm talking about again movies like Brahma Yugam and like another Kannada movie
yeah.
called Udidaru Kante, because it has that very I don't know how to put it, but like it's got the very rural, like proper that village wala feeling with an eerie effect to
Mm,
it, which I felt was so
yes.
nice through the artwork, because to hit that immediately is not a easy feat in art. So that was amazing.
One thing, one thing, Skandan, I want to add that I visited Kochi Binale
Mm.
before doing Technicolor Lovers. So I studied there vividly the attire, the how they look, how a Bengali person and a Malayali person is different from
Right.
bodily gesture, attire, everything. So I had to study there. I almost stayed there 10 days, 10 to 12 days. And during those period, I drew them. I clicked pictures, and I studied thoroughly. What is different? Why this is Kerala, and why he is from Kerala, and why am I from Bengal? What is the difference between these two
Hmm.
persons? So you need to study vividly to depict that in a perfect manner.
Mm.
So that's
Method
why you
artist.
connected. Yes.
Yeah.
So also, what I was wanting to say was the fact that, like you said, this is in Noah style, black and white, which is, I think I've seen a few comic strips, maybe in newspapers, R.K. Lakshman's most prominently in black and
Yes,
white, but
yes,
this is
yes,
more
yes, yes. That's
comical
cartoon,
and very,
political
it's a
cartoon.
cartoon. It's a cartoon, but it's
Yeah.
simple, and I've seen a few comics again that is also in black
I
and white,
think
but again,
grayscale with spot coloring was successfully used before Technicolor Lovers was Udayan. Udayan did it, I
Oda.
think, first. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they used that grayscale, and there was some blood in red, some mask colors was in green and stuff. And after that, I think there is
Hmm.
Technicolor Lovers with yellow in the letters and red in the blood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that experiment not many Indian publishers have dared to do, but whoever has done so beautifully that they have made their mark.
there
Yeah.
is one another Tamil comic book that's based on Jellycutter, and
Yeah.
it's all in black and white. It's in Noah. It's just plain black and white. But the artwork is good, but again, it's a bit more simplistic compared to Technicolor Lovers. So, which is where I was
Oh.
getting to is the fact that you sold the fact that the story is very gritty. It has a serious tone, and like I
Yeah.
said, you spend a lot of time observing the environment, but there is difference between capturing an environment and setting a mood in a picture that you're presenting in the book. So,
Yeah.
how much time do you spend like that trying to think, okay, I want this mood to be emitted from this particular panel?
I can say it's inner intuition. I cannot judge, and you cannot judge even because I don't know how I drew it. Because I
Hmm.
got the sense that it's a visual sense. From a director's perspective, if you think about a scene that yeah, it should like this, it should be like this, so you perceive it in your mind,
Hmm.
and that's how I do it. It's like a film's process.
Right.
I think like a director. Bijoy
Hmm.
also thinks like a director, and we both got connected in that kind of spectrum of visual sense. And that initiated that kind of thumbnails and drawings and panels, everything.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
it shows that you guys have a very synergistic, approach. You guys synchronize very
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and that reflects in the pages. But the
Did
chapter
Yeah.
of Technicolor Lovers, this topic will never be over without this one question: कि volume 2 कब आ रहा है?
I'm working damn hard because lots of projects because of Technicolor Lovers. I am getting lots of offers to do it, and I'm rejecting it. I'm
Mm,
rejecting it. I'm telling it after 2026, I will do everything for you, but not this year because I have to finish this book by November,
the second book
October,
or the
November.
entire trilogy.
Second book. No,
Second.
you will kill me.
I do intend to because I can remember when I was doing the review as well. In the last part of the
Yes, yes,
review, I
yes.
had
You
mentioned
told
that
me.
this is such
Ha,
a
ha.
well done book that we are going to have to go through a long wait for it to just get over. So I hope you guys don't delay it as much. But as you said,
Yes,
good things
yes,
are supposed to take time.
yes,
फिर भी एज अ
yes.
रीडर हम लोग तो जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना बढ़िया ना, तो देखते हैं.
नहीं
लेट्स होप कि
आप सभी का no, no, no. You will get good things. You will get good things. I promise that.
Yeah,
Because
because now the
I am
benchmark is set
not
here.
yes, that's why. That's why. I have to prove myself.
या क्वांटिटी के चक्कर में क्वालिटी से कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं कर सकते.
Exactly, exactly. That's the point.
So
So,
let's assume book 2 will be released by early 2027.
No, no, no. 26.
If you are over, like if you are done by November, printing will take another.
October, November. October or November. I'm pushing so hard. Let's see.
Okay.
उससे पहले भी हो सकता है. Let's see.
मतलब
Will
ये
this
कॉमिक कॉन नया कॉमिक कॉन सीजन शुरू होने होते मिल जाना चाहिए.
We can hope it. We can hope. Let's hope for it.
Okay.
this could
Wish me
be
luck. Wish
Of
me
course,
luck.
of course. It's in all in
All
our
the
interest
best.
also that we want to see the volume 2. So all
Yes.
the
Yes.
best so that you are able to do a fabulous job that you are happy with. And then, it reaches all of us, as you said, by November or December max.
this second book that
Yeah.
you're working on is going to be as thick with pages as the first book, or it's going to be a little less?
No, same. Same.
Because the first book took a lot in world building, so obviously there's going to be more
Yes.
pages in the first. So that's why I'm asking, will it be just
Yes.
as much as first book?
No, it will be same. It will be same because in book 2 as well, there is a world building as well.
Okay.
So there are lots of things are happening in book 2.
Okay.
Lots of aspects, lots of dark things are happening. Political
Yeah.
issues, social issues, and many more. You have to wait. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, because even in the first volume, the celluloid part was not explored yet, but the book itself says it's a cursed
Yes.
celluloid. So I can understand there is
Yes.
a lot
Yes.
of things yet to be uncovered.
You
Yes.
also mentioned in one of our conversations that you have consumed a lot of comic books. You used to read books.
Yes.
So who would you say is your inspiration, or what kind of work? What are the artists, comic books, graphic novels that you've read are your inspiration?
Uh, I can say it's everyone's inspiration. Alex Ross, Injustice.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I read various kind of comics because I don't read only mainstream comics, DC or Marvel. I have read In, and Penguin House has published a graphic novel called
Okay.
Tongues. It was very intense, and it's almost 100 pages book. And it has a big format like A3 size format graphic novel. And I can say I have studied lines from Dennis the Menace
Ah,
in 90s. Dennis
yeah.
the Menace and Phantom Mandrake. That was my basic inspiration for drawing
Hmm.
and studying lines and everything to know the flow, to depict the emotions properly in a singular line. So that was my first love to comics. Dennis the Menace, Phantom Mandrake, Tintin. That was my first, and after that, uh, because in that time it was very rare to get DC or Marvel in 90s
True.
in Kolkata.
Yeah.
So I hadn't much. I have only 2 to 3 books of Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. I am not a very fan of Spider-Man. I'm only fan of Batman,
Okay.
Dark Ally. So,
Yeah.
so after that, after kind of doing comics, uh, I prefer to look at indie comics because they have very kind of ardent and contemporary subjects to depict,
Hmm.
to tell a story through art. So indie comics has influenced me a lot. So after that, Bilki Sevli, recently Eisner Award winner, Bilki Sevli has inspired me a lot. Chris Samney,
Yeah. Supergirl, Woman of
yeah,
Tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what.
yeah,
Chris Samney has done a
yeah,
brilliant job on Daredevil.
yes,
So
yes,
yeah.
yes. Rafa Sandoval, and I have also liked Roberto De La Torre for
Yeah,
Conan the Barbarian.
brilliant stuff. I think
Brilliant stuff.
कोनन का कुछ
Roberto Del Toro has done a lot of Tarzan work also earlier for Dark Horse,
Yes,
and
yes,
for
yes,
that Jim Zub Titan
yes,
Comics Conan, he was I think initially the artist, and then I think
yes.
they started swapping with another artist, and then
Mm.
so yeah, he I think he does gorgeous like especially if you have to show jungles, animals, if you have to show like even women, like beautiful
Rob,
caricature and anatomy of
yes,
women. So yeah,
yes. He's very good
so
with anatomy and lighting and lines,
uh,
flow of lines. It's really good.
कोनन से
Yeah,
याद
Manish.
आया are you not you are making a Conan cover right
Yes, I have done it.
uh,
And they haven't tell me yet the release date. So I don't know yet.
okay so what is the composition like how does it look
It's a mainstream cover.
Mhm.
It should
so
have
there are
only Conan.
so there is
But
just
in my
Conan
how
style.
did you get?
I depicted it in my style
uh-huh.
and how the Conan should look. And I have done another for heroic signature Solomon Ken.
Hmm.
Okay.
I did a cover, a variant cover for Solomon Ken. And let's see if things go well. I can do pages for Conan as well someday. I
Oh,
don't know.
Technical
of
Let's
Technicolor
see.
course.
Lovers Volume 3 2030
No, no, no,
I'm sure you'll
don't.
be able to manage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to manage.
no, no.
I have to.
We're really like proud of you we're going down that lane and let's see how the cover turns out to be
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
yeah.
super excited about it. Like, I'm sure
I
it
am
will be
also
amazing.
excited because, I have done almost 2 to 3 variants. I have done layout. I've
okay
done layouts of 2 to 3 variants of covers, but I didn't like it. And let's see. After doing some more pages, I think I can do it.
How was that experience working with, for the Conan cover? I'm sure you would have interacted with maybe Jim Zub
They are,
or with.
Jim Zub is, মানে, what can I say? Lovely person. Such a lovely and humble person and very knowledgeable, I must say.
True.
So I am a learner. I am a learner and I want to stay like that. I asked everything about comics to Jim, and he
Yeah.
answered me. And before doing Conan covers as well, I asked him, I am doing this. So what should I keep in mind? So he helped me in that way as well.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. You should do that. You have to think this kind of things in mind. Okay. Just one-liners, but that helped me a lot.
I mean, I had
And
the
the
pleasure
team,
of meeting him like
yeah,
last
yeah.
year's Mumbai Comic
Yeah,
Con.
I
Yeah,
had as
yeah.
well. Yes, yes.
Correct, correct. So I think there
He,
also you would
he,
have interacted with him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He bought 5 Technicolor lovers for his friends.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And it's a great book. I think it needs to be circulated more because trust me, a lot of times like I also have friends who are abroad and they often ask me about the comic scene here in India. And one of the books which I recommend, like I tell them, which is really great, which I am proud of to tell them is Technicolor Lovers because you will see a lot of originality. The art is brilliant. The story is amazing, which kind of grips you. And all of us here, like all three of us, have enjoyed it so much, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Usually, like you see stuff which reminds you of something else, but this was
Yeah.
completely fresh, and that is
and
why I would say that to my friends as well, like, ye dekho, this
Hmm.
is where the Indian comic industry is going towards. A lot of good projects are coming, and this is one of the best. Like, Yeah,
I would
Dr.
Thank you.
Manish.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I would say
Means a
that
lot.
दो
this
Means a lot.
हाँ
has the
2025 में fresh कुछ produce कर पाना is very difficult. Almost everything
Yeah.
has been made.
Yeah.
I think this story has the potential to become live action. I think after the village, because the first book itself has the interest grasped very strongly. So I think it
Yeah.
definitely has the potential to get its live action adaptation eventually.
Yes, Kandan, you're very much right about it. It has very cinematic world building.
Agreed.
So it has that kind of potential to do a film. Let's see. Let's see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Let's hope for the best.
Like you were just talking, like working with Jim's Up and all that, and so now we have two great Indian artists who have talked to, who have worked with, collaborated with Marvel as well, and we asked Tadam at that time. I want to ask the same thing. I want your take on it. What is it like doing the art for an Indian comic book versus doing it for a mega brand like Marvel, which is very corporate? It has its own
Yeah.
schedule and rhythm of doing things, versus Indian comic books has its again its own rhythm. Maybe a bit more. You have maybe a little bit more time, maybe to do your stuff. But what was that like? The difference that you felt while working in these two different industries?
The main difference is paying the remuneration. Pay
Correct.
in high scale. That's the basic thing. Because as an artist, beyond appreciation, you need to sustain. So in real life, for sustenance, you need money to sustain, to buy books, to buy your art materials, to do the art. So you need to be realist enough. You need to be very much realist and very much have a clear knowledge about industry, because both have different schedules and both have different timelines. So you need to have a very clear perception about why you are choosing your path. Meaning, if I am choosing Marvel, then I should be good at drawing superheroes, which I'm not. Which I'm not. So, for the very first time, when Bijoy asked me about doing this project, I told him that is it a superhero story? Because I can't do artworks like Marvel or DC. Because I don't prefer doing superheroes in that time. Right now, I can do anything you want, but in that time period, I was very much into kind of a rigid visual art perspective. So he said, no, it's a folk horror. And I locked the project. So that was my intention, that for my first comic book, I should tell a different story beyond what is going in the market, what is available in the market. So I should do something different. I should depict something different, that people should acknowledge different storytelling. So that was our intention.
You were just talking about how you're slowly expanding your style. Your first preference was not to draw superheroes, and you prefer to do a
Yeah,
more rigid and more, let's say, grounded kind of simple, realistic kind of artwork. Now you're a little bit
yeah,
more flexible. You're doing Conan, which is very great. So
yeah.
I want to ask, would you be interested to do an absolute Batman in the complete noir and gritty style like you did for Technicolor Lovers?
That's a tricky question. First of all, I didn't like the depiction of Absolute Batman because it's too bulky, and Rafa Sandoval in one of the DC KO series, the old Batman is saying to Absolute Batman, "The I have seen many Batmen in my life, but you are the ugliest."
I saw him in the NCP.
Yeah. So Batman is saying to Absolute Batman, and I
Yeah.
support only Batman.
No, I can
The
understand
original, The
because
Dark Knight.
Utsab's comfort zone is not superheroes because those are usually hypermuscular creatures, and Absolute
Yeah,
Batman is hypermuscular with respect to the already pre-established hypermuscular superheroes. So,
yeah.
person,
Saw a commission which you did, I think, recently,
Mm.
and that was very amazing. I think that was Lobo. I just saw it today
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Lust for Comics is
Rion has collected.
Rion. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's big time into collecting artworks, and so I also follow him. And I think on his page I saw it today, and it has come out really well, like Lobo with that attitude, the color, and so I did not know that you could do, because right now you said that you're not into superheroes, and this is still a superhero and it's come out quite well.
yeah.
Uh, there's some message also
It's an
which you've written
anti-hero.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
That message
I
I
think
cannot
Utsabda,
say here.
It took me
I
some
think
time, but I was like, okay.
uh, I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utsabda should just go ahead and do one Absolute Batman just for the heck of it to see how far beyond he can go, beyond the comfort zone that he is used to.
I'll
Yeah.
give you the opportunity because I asked the question because next time I come to India Comic
Suggestion. Yeah.
commission for you from you exactly on that. I'll get a blank cover. I'll ask you to draw one exactly on that.
Like, यही करो Absolute Batman ही बताओ.
Yeah. No,
So
but I
I
just
will
think in a
do.
noir,
I will do.
Bat, especially Absolute Batman gives a very horror vibe, which I think sets very well for his character. He can be horror-y and very scary at times because he wants to influence fears in the people, criminals basically. So I think in that very gritty style, I think he would look really well. At least that's how I'm visualizing something.
Yeah, from realist point of view, but if I depict Absolute Batman, I can do something unusual. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I think don't know. I think I can do
I've
it.
given you the
Yeah.
opportunity and just pre-book this over here before anyone else gets the idea.
Mhm. No, then we'll go for Absolute Bane. We'll make it harder.
Oh, yes, yes,
More
yes.
muscles, even more muscles.
He's
Yeah,
another level.
yeah.
Like, matlab, if Absolute Batman was huge, this guy is like into three.
Twice as good.
Bane is a very interesting character. Christopher Nolan has
Hmm.
depicted Bane in a really
Yeah.
good manner.
I mean, like,
Hmm.
there you get a little bit of a background to him and why he is like that. Often, what
Yes,
happens is that you
yes.
just see a bad guy or a super villain, but the story is told in a very by the way, gimmicky manner. Like, ये है
Yeah,
ऐसा ही
Yeah.
है
Yeah.
ये. But
but
here
Nolan made
there
it
is
very
the
believable.
exactly, yeah. That made
This
a
might
lot of
happen in our
difference.
city.
I
Correct.
think
True.
very similarly for Bane, Absolute Bane at least, his story was told very well in the Absolute series as to why he is who he is. Like that character became more menacing and intimidating rather than just being intimidating because he's physically big.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Also, the number of times he breaks Batman again and again, and like in
Hmm.
between, you'd think now Absolute Batman is going to win, but again he
Hmm.
loses. So that kind of
Hmm.
makes the villain even more larger than life and scary.
Hmm.
I think Scott Snyder did that one thing which is very brilliant was like just like Christopher Nolan's Bane, he was very calm. There is nothing more scarier than a calmer
Yeah.
villain instead of a hero who's
Yes.
trying to fight. That that is the most scariest thing.
Scott Scott has written really great stories in the
Yeah.
recent years. He really carved the way we have seen Batman,
Yeah.
Bane, and that world. He
True.
Yeah.
really carved it.
I think
Even though
because
to be
of
very
Scott
And
Snyder.
I really, yeah. And I really love the artwork of Daniel Warren Johnson
Oh
in the
yeah.
Absolute Batman.
So
It's
I
tremendous.
bought one cover for DCKO. Actually, I've been collecting it. So cover A of all the ones. The cover B for DCKO 5 was done by Daniel Warren Johnson, and it was a
Daniel.
cover where, if you're a wrestling fan, it was Batman like giving an entire suplex to Superman, and
Yeah,
it
you
looked
told me, but
brilliant, kind of
Oh,
perspective.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
have the
showed
book.
you that.
I have the book. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was the only different cover I went in the DC series, because it was, DWJ's work. So he's
No,
amazing.
I have collected all the series of Daniel Warren Johnson's cover. 5 books.
Mm,
Amazing.
That's it.
And I think he's done a brilliant job in Wonder Woman also, the Dead Earth.
Yes,
There
yes,
he's
yes,
drawn the whole thing, and he's done a lot
yes.
of good indie work as well. Uh, Do the Power Bomb. That was awesome.
Mm, mm.
So,
Staying
uh,
with the great artwork that's very realistic and gritty. I think one artist that me and Pranab and I think all of us will agree that's very great is one is Gabriel Delato, and the other one that I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
who
yeah.
does is Lee Bermia or Bermejo. I'm not able to pronounce his name correctly, but
the
Lee
he
Berman,
does
okay.
it.
Yes,
Bermeo.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, yeah.
His
Batman
gritty
Damned,
Those,
is so.
Joker.
And the new series that he's doing with the Spider-Man Visions, giving it a
yeah.
very
Mm.
realistic look. It's so
And
great.
another artist, and another, sorry to interrupt, but another artist, George Jimenez.
Of
Mm.
course. Yeah, yeah.
His Batman Catwoman series. It's really brilliant.
And I also
He's,
love
I
the
think, yeah.
Arjam's covers. Warren Arjam do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Stanley Art Jamlu, brilliant stuff. Like
yeah.
I like how he draws women, actually, superheroes and
Mm.
all. So there was a, book fair, and there was this whole huge poster book of his. Unfortunately, I decided I will not buy it. I'll buy it online. And then when I went online,
Mm.
it was all sold out. So that's like a regret which I have till this day, that I should have collected. It
Oh,
was amazing. So I think some 48 of his original poster work in this huge A3
oh,
size,
wow,
like, so.
wow, wow.
But yeah,
That's amazing.
he's brilliant. Yeah.
What about Indian comic book artists? Who inspired you, Shabda? Like, have you followed any particular Indian comic book artists?
Uh,
These are all big foreign names.
Certainly. Yes, certainly. But from my childhood, from my eighth standard, I followed Manuji, Edison George,
Yeah,
Doga.
Dogas.
Yes.
Doga's artwork inspired me a lot in my school days because my cousins are also artists. One is a photographer and one is an illustrator. So my little cousin, he's big. Uh, he's elder than me. Uh, but he collected all the Raj comics and all the Manuji's works. And he is also a darn good fan of Manuji. And this year, my dream came true that I met with
Mumbai Comic Con.
Manuji. I received award from Manuji,
Yeah.
and that was really great. That
So
was
I think
like
he
a
was
fanboy moment.
absolutely, like, because I think he was given the Lifetime Achievement Award at the comic.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, award.
So
Yes,
then
yes,
that's, I think, where you
Yeah.
would have met him, and then he
yeah,
gave you the award for Best Artist
yeah.
Gold, right?
And I talked so much.
It happens.
I can't blame
Fanboy
you.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that, my wife just said ki, you haven't talked in years like this.
Have you followed Mukesh Singh's artwork by any chance?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
He is
I
a very
really love his
underrated.
artwork, and yes, yes, very underrated. Mukesh Singh and I'm really bad with names. Anand Radhakrishnan,
Mm,
Shaumen Pal. Those are the contemporary
oh,
inspirations, I
he's
can say. Yeah, absolutely. And Anand Radhakrishnan got Pulitzer. That's amazing
Yeah,
for an artist.
true.
It's really great
Yes.
and it's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
I think a lot of Indians are doing some great work. Like Abhi, Mr. Bidikar is doing some fabulous work with
Yeah,
his
yeah,
first comic, In Your
yeah.
Skin. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I think Som is
With
the,
Showman.
yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
So
There are another
I think
person that I
things are
like.
happening. Yeah.
Another person I want to give a shout out to because I really love his artwork. I've spoken about it numerous times on our podcast. Is Dilip Kadam sir at Amar
Yes.
Chitrakatha
Oh,
because
yes, yes.
this artwork of that Sri Ram in that Lord Ram's thing, I will till my dying breath I will sing praises of that artwork because it is so beautiful. I will hound their heads and say, give me an original print somehow or a poster print. I want like मुझे चाहिए किसी न किसी को. Because it's so beautiful. I feel it is
Yes,
perfect.
yes, yes,
Perfect captured this that whole vibe of him and the whole beautiful structure is just perfect. Very
yes.
rare that I see that in depictions. So
Hmm.
I think
Hmm.
he's painting like artwork is like that. You know that old time that Purana Zamana wala which we used to see on in
Hmm.
photos, print or
Calendars.
traveling.
Hmm.
Something that I think will die
Hmm.
down. But hand painting like that is
Very,
amazing.
very close to calendar arts. Very close
Yes,
to
exactly.
calendar art and color perspectives. But Dilip Kadam sir has a really great kind of a rendition quality. It's
Easy.
really good.
Yeah.
Really,
So,
really good.
when you work with like writers, what's the process like, for people who are passionate about comics? I'm sure they'll want to know what kind of a collaboration do you follow? What processes do you follow? Is there a way to kind of, synergize your work? Does uh, does the writer give you a script and then say, कि, आप visualize कर लो? या फिर they
Hmm.
say that you share something and I'll give my inputs. How does that work?
Both the things work, what you have said. First, I read the script. If I find something beyond any superhero or beyond any mainstream logics behind the storyline, so I go with it. And then I discuss with the writer and discuss with the visuals what kind of scenario, what kind of color spectrums they need. So I discuss about all these things. And for Hapshi as well, with Sahil, I'm also discussing with various things, various motifs, various timelines,
Hmm.
and true depictions of time. Because with elements, you can only depict the timeline in the comic. Because you have only objects to showcase the time and only the dialogues. So dialogues only cannot fulfill the visual spectrum of a story.
Yeah.
Okay. So visually, you have to depict all those things. Visually, you have
So
to nurture the time.
who decides and how, like, I'm sure a writer has a
It's a
vision when
mutual
he's written
decision. It's
something.
a
Yeah.
it's a mutual decision. We came to a
But,
conclusion that yeah,
hmm,
that can be done, and then we proceed.
okay. So sometimes, like you said in the beginning that, if you have to come up with good artwork or with good quality of any work, there should be some friction. So, what kind
Yeah.
of friction happens usually? I mean, normally कैसा होता है?
Normally, सोचिए कि आप you give me a story and I give my notations to it कि आप एक चीज को ऐसे डिपिक्ट करना चाहते हैं कि मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
Hmm,
नहीं ये ऐसा होना
hmm,
चाहिए क्योंकि इसमें ये लॉजिक है. तो
right.
फिर आप काउंटर करते हो कि नहीं ये लॉजिक्स है लेकिन इसके बाद भी ये चीजें आना चाहिए.
Hmm.
सो जो म्यूचुअल फ्रिक्शन है वो बहुत क्रिएटिवली कोइंसाइड होता है. ये फ्रिक्शन नहीं कि हम लोग लड़ाई कर रहे हैं झगड़ा कर रहे हैं
Correct, correct. It's a
लेकिन वो जो सटल
creative, yeah,
या इट्स अ क्रिएटिव फ्रिक्शन.
What is
सो
best for the
correct.
दैट काइंड
storytelling?
ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. हाँ व्हाट.
What is best for the storytelling? उसके बारे में फ्रिक्शन होता होगा कि
हाँ
पीओवी
हाँ
का
हाँ
जो चेंज.
हाँ
अच्छा,
हाँ
give us one example from Technicolor Lovers one, जहाँ पर विजय के साथ, as you said ना,
एग्जैक्टली.
there were some fights between the two of you. One good example कि हाँ भाई इस panel में I was saying this and he was saying this and this is what we went ahead with.
There are loads of things. For the pencils pages, uh, see, I have changed various mediums in Technicolor Lovers. For choosing those mediums, I had to fight with Vijay because he was not aware of my styles with pencils or watercolors. Okay. So I had to prove myself, yeah, I can do that. What you are trying to achieve, I can depict that. See this. And after that, he kind of altered the story or changed the story according to my skill level.
Okay.
So in some pages, in the last segment of the book, where a man is beheaded by the perpetrator, it's a POV perspective. Bijoy wrote that segment in one page. After seeing the artwork and after realizing that this one page can be told in 3 pages, so he kind of segmented that page into 3, in 1 page to 3. So I have kind of 5 to 6 deleted pages still with me,
Nice.
not in the book.
How do you decide that this panel deserves a splash page? This deserves the entire double spread. What makes you decide
That's
that?
no, that's Bijoy's decision. That's
Okay.
Bijoy's decision. That's writer's decision, basically.
Okay. So when he has
And
written
if I
any, so
script,
when he writes in that, does he mention that this will be a big splash page?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He mentions everything. He is very particular about things, Bijay, and he mentions everything, every detail, and even with references as well. I need this kind of thing, but from a different angle, from a different lighting,
Okay.
gives that.
Maybe once
How?
all the volumes come out, then Blacksheep can do
Yeah.
like one deleted omnibus in which all these deleted pages are there. Conversation between
Yes,
artists
I
and
don't
I
writers.
think
know. I don't know. Omnibus, if omnibus happens, then these things will be there, I think.
Yeah.
And
But
lot more things. There are
yeah,
loads of things, loads of drawings and sketches about characters, character designs.
correct. I mean, like those absolutes that we were mentioning, absolute uh,
Yeah.
big
yes,
comics. Maybe if you come
Edition.
up with an absolute technical lovers, then at the end we can have all the deleted pages, character designs, and sketches and everything. That will be
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Core collectors will
And
double
we
dip
have
for
to,
sure.
yeah, and we have to promote it through Kickstarter, I think. Because without money, we can't do that.
I think that's
So I hope I
Let's see. Let's see.
like how well the Technicolor Lover Volume 1 has done. Like at least हम लोगों को तो लगता है कि अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है. So I think
Yeah.
after all the
अच्छा
3
किया.
volumes are out, maybe it
Yeah.
will be a financial success. And if it turns out to be one, then I don't think Kickstarter का जरूरत भी पड़ेगा. Let's see.
तेरा बात सच हो.
Yeah.
मेरा बात ज्यादातर सच हो जाता है. So I am having high hopes.
Think one important question that is because you said this Technicolor Lovers is your first published work, and for
Yeah.
any budding artist in India, especially I'm going to ask in India because in India arts is looked down upon, especially if you are told to your elders that I want to become an artist, and they're always saying that okay, it's a last option. He has seen movies and
Yeah.
he's been in, he doesn't know what life
कुछ
is.
नहीं
So
हो रहा है तो आर्टिस्ट हो जाओ.
exactly, कुछ नहीं होना तो artist ही हो जाओ. And this happened with me also. Not that I was considering
Yeah.
it seriously, but I was not even allowed to consider that as an option. So I have
Yeah.
experienced that much. Okay, so
Yeah.
these are the signals. So
Yeah.
and also you said in between that you have to consider what is monetary also, because at the end of the day we need to fuel our lives, if not anything else.
Yeah.
After that we can
Yeah.
do whatever we want to do. So
Yeah.
You keeping these ground realities in mind, what would you say to any budding artist in India who wants to go professional anywhere, be it in Indian industry, outside, wherever?
You need to be visually perfect. You need to be very sensible, and you need to be dedicated, passionate, and hardworking. That's the basic thing. But beyond that, you need to watch movies. You need to consider it all kinds of ideas, because in younger generations, I see that they love manga and anime
Mm.
without knowing the history. That is the problem. If they know anime or manga's history and they want to culminate that idea through their culture, that would be very interesting, because exploration is needed. You need to explore everything, every genre, every aspect of art. Because if you go through that path, you will be hardworking. That's the basic part. And if your work pays you well, that's a good thing. And you need to be realist. Don't flow with the emotion that, yeah, that was my dream to make a comic. That's not done. You need to be very judgmental. You need to be very perfectionist about your decisions, because no one will pay after your failure.
Mm.
So you need to be successful in every way. If you prepare yourself from the beginning, that is the major thing. You need to watch films, you need to hear stories, you need to read books, and you don't be selective. Read everything you get, read every genre, accept it, grasp it, and culminate. And then you can choose. After lot of hard work and lot of explorations, then you can go to a path of decision. Yeah, I like this, I don't like it. So if you don't read, if you don't explore, how can you choose? So first, be dedicated, be respectful to each other, be humble, and do your. That's the thing.
Well said, because this one thing that I realized throughout your conversation is I follow Kadam and I see that he does a lot of different art styles, not just
Yeah,
superheroes.
yeah,
My first
yeah,
introduction to his work. And I used
yeah.
to think, I'm not trying to criticize him, but and this is just my thought process because it evolved with time. I was thinking, okay, why is
Mm,
he drawing random stuff when he's already done this? And it's so true
mm,
what you say. To be a good artist or a established artist in this industry, it's not just
yeah,
about drawing character. It's about being able to draw every single element that you can see or perceive visually. And that is so
yes.
true because I sit to draw and I can draw superhero characters because I've been doing that since my childhood. So okay, I can do
Mm,
to a
mm,
decent extent.
yeah,
But if you ask me to draw a building, I will struggle like crazy hell. It will take me 3 4 hours versus what I normally do in
yeah,
1 hour. And
yeah,
that's where I started believing that yeah, you have like what you said, you have to expand your horizons and try and test every single thing. And then there's so many variations in art styles, of course. So, like you said, maybe to be a good artist, you have to explore every single avenue.
yes, yes, absolutely. Because, uh, see, in my bachelor's, I did paintings in a single perspective. But in comics, I have to do in various angles, various perspective, various lightings, and I have to think it before doing the final works. So I had to explore those things. I had to study those things.
Yeah.
So it will take time. It will take time, and you will be sharper through time to time if you practice. Because Kadam and Deep Joy are the great artists in the recent times, and they are doing brilliant works through their practice, and they are excelling.
I think
And that is
for
the
any
major
good
part, and we
art,
should be
yeah,
proud of that. We
true,
all should
true.
be
I
Yeah,
proud
think,
of that
yeah,
because
yeah.
we
absolutely.
Indians have brilliant artists.
And what you said, right? That the more you practice, the better you get because you are honing your skill. It's not just about like
Yes.
you can draw a good face or
No, no, no.
expression. There is a lot that goes because you are giving depth to a panel.
Hmm.
You have to draw the background, and the background needs to have the details. It cannot be case manager say square dal diya. It's not that. It has to be thought through. So a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
hard work and thinking goes into creating just a panel. Imagine like making it for an entire book. The more you
Hmm.
study, the more you do referencing, I think then only you can do justice to what you're trying to do. Because when people are reading, they're not just reading, they are they're seeing the visual. And that's the beauty.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
getting the
yeah.
vibe
All, yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot get unless you
And
yourself trying to show from that picture.
yes, yes. And one more thing, I want to share that in Manasa Anthology for Alpha, I did a very different approach rather than Technicolor Lovers because I have explored a different kind of visual approach in that storyline
Hmm.
because it has a kind of psychological dilemma. The main character has a psychological dilemma. So from that perspective, I drew everything. In after certain point of time, I chose only yellow and black for the psychosis,
Interesting.
for the psychosis only. And if you compare artworks from Technicolor Lovers and Manasa Anthology, you will find the difference. It is very different from Technicolor Lovers. And my recent project with Dennis, the Russian guy, that is also a different approach in a watercolor fantasy storyline.
Yeah. Project has come out or is about to come out.
The
It's on
Kickstarter one, right?
Kickstarter.
It's on
Yeah, yeah,
Kickstarter, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to be open enough to give justice to the story.
I think you'll
Absolutely.
have to share some of the, visuals that you have done and some. So what we can do is while, we are editing, we'll use those in the, in the
I
background
think,
or
yeah, I
only those
think I
that,
can't share them.
okay. Not all of
Uh,
it, but maybe like just the cover or something like that. So we can utilize that in
That
when we're
oh,
talking, we can showcase that.
okay, okay, okay.
maybe if it
We'll do
put
that.
Yes.
a deep into your Technicolor Lovers, it will be an exclusive on my channel.
Yeah, let's show the deleted pages. At least those
Oh
can be shown,
man.
right? From the
Yeah,
first
it,
volume.
Those are in Gujarat, Vadodara, in my studio.
Where do you work from? You work from the studio
Right
Wherever
now,
or
I'm in
it
Kolkata.
is.
Right now, I'm in
okay.
Kolkata. My studio is in Vadodara, Gujarat.
Okay, so you basically are for majority of your days you are there in Vadodara.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, okay. And when
I
you
did Technicolor
interact,
Lovers in Vadodara.
okay. So like Vijay also is there only. Like the writer and artist have to be together or they can still talk on the phone, on WhatsApp and stuff. How does
No,
that work?
Bijay lives in Singapore.
Okay, okay. So then
Uh,
the interaction happens over the phone.
over the phone, the
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Ah,
We were the WhatsApp guy.
correct.
He has a day job. He has a day job, and after that, he has a great passion in comics. So
Right.
that's why he's doing it.
Was the idea of doing this technical levels did stem from something particular, or it was just like what he had thought up of?
No, he had thought of.
Okay.
He had certain level of inspirations. from various sources, but uh, from the storyline, I can say it is very new and very well thought by Vijay only. So
Our most
book two will shock you in various ways.
Yes,
Looking
Right
now we
now, I
are.
am
forward to
doing
it.
right now I am doing those panels and pages.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, and you'll be shocked.
We are so
The
looking
I
only
am
forward
shocked
to
shock,
as
it.
well.
yeah, no. The only shock I am not looking forward to is any unforeseen delays.
Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 no. No more delays. No more delays.
great.
All of us are such huge fans, like I think we've had a
I
different
know.
conversation about this as well, like कि कब आएगा part
You,
two.
you, you guys are the inspiration.
Correct.
Thank you.
आप लोग अगर नहीं होते तो ये काम करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है.
हमारे से बहुत सारे ऐसे
It is,
फैंस
it is,
हैं.
it is for you only.
Yes, we are all waiting now.
Yeah,
कब आएगा
Yeah,
eager.
नवंबर?
Yeah.
yeah. नहीं, नहीं. Good things will come in a good way.
Yes.
I promise that.
Yes, sir.
I promise that.
Looks like we've wrapped up. We're talking most of the topics that we wanted to cover, and it's been such a great time having you here and talking with you today, Utsab ji. We love this
Thank
entire
you so much.
conversation,
Thank you so much.
and
Thank
like
you
we
so
have
much.
said times throughout this video, we're waiting for your next projects, be it Technicolor Lovers, Conan, or any other work. Your art style is great. We want to see more of it, and we hope that in future
Thank you
again
so
you
much.
join us for another podcast where we can talk more when your other projects come out as well at that time.
Sure, sure. Thanks for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And
Thank you
thank
so
you, Manish,
much.
and thank you, Pranay, as well.